Good morning. Good morning. We'll cut this out. Hello, my name is Mark Hainsworth. I'm the Director of Quantitative Literacy here at Emory and Henry College. And this is Dr. Christy Fleet, who is a member of our biology department. And she's going to tell us a little bit about her QL experiences in her classrooms. Christy, can you tell us your courses that you teach and the course that you have decided to put QL into?
Sure. So I teach several different flavors of introductory biology, research methods, and also introduction to sort of the content of the subject. I also teach a genetics course that's taken primarily by sophomores and an upper-level physiology course.
So what led you to, which course did you decide to put QL into, and kind of what led you to this idea that you thought QL would be an important component of that class?
So genetics is the one of my courses that's officially designated as QL. I think it could have worked in any of my courses because quantitative thinking is so important in the sciences. But genetics made sense partly because the field itself is so quantitative, focused on probability and statistics and understanding calculations in terms of analyzing gene functions. But also because it within the biology sequence, students see it as sort of in the middle of their major sequence. So they've had some introduction to the kind of quantitative thinking that needs to happen in the field as a whole. They should have had a couple of math courses at that point at the college level. So they've got some tools in their belt, and this is a chance for them to see how those apply.
Great. What specific goals did you have for your students in this course? What kind of QL skills were you hoping to improve upon by the study of QL in this class?
So the main things that students need to be able to do well in the genetics class are understanding probability and some basic statistics, and being able to present data well in tables and graphs and do averages, standard error, things like that. So that comes out in the homework problems, in some online tutorials, and in a final semester project where students have been doing research all semester and they write up and present their results.
Now, our QL program requires that if a course is going to be listed as QL proficient, students have to do some type of QL project that incorporates about 20% of the grade. Is that the case in your class? And is it just in that one project, or do you also incorporate it in your homework session?
Right, so it's in really all three of those things. The project is the biggest graded component of it, but the weekly homeworks and these online tutorials are meant to be building those skills all semester long, so that when students go to write up the project, they're used to it and it's not something new that they have to think about.
What kind of benefits have you seen in your students by doing these components?
So I guess two things stand out the most. One is that when I started teaching the course, students would complain, why are we doing math in a biology course? And of course to me it's fundamental, how could you not do it? But I think by saying up front, this is a QL course, it's a way to designate to students, this does matter and it is fundamental to the course, so I haven't had those complaints so much lately. But also by intentionally integrating several different kinds of tools for students to use in quantitative literacy, I hope that it's given the variety of approaches has helped students with different learning styles all make use of those kinds of skills.
Have you noticed that their QL skills have improved and have carried on over into other classes at all?
Well, so this is the first time I'm teaching genetics as an official QL course, so I guess I can answer that better next year.
Okay.
At least in very small scale, and looking at what's going on the tests, it does seem like students are a little bit more comfortable with some of the basic QL skills.
Great. If you were going to give some advice to another instructor out there that might be wanting to add QL to their course, what would that be? Is there anything that kind of sticks out in your mind that you would do differently maybe in the future, or you'd focus on?
I guess my one biggest piece of advice would be to find something that's a natural fit for the course. In genetics, it's pretty obvious that QL skills are important. In other courses, it may not be as obvious, but students need to be able to see the connection of why the quantitative skills are important to what they're doing, rather than just seeing it as some added thing. So finding a way to make clear to students why the QL component is relevant, I think, is the first step.
Great. Well, thank you very much for being part of this project, and we look forward to hearing from you again next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.